All of these skaters for an initial pass before they can begin to score points. When the initial pass is complete, a jammer can score 1 point for every opponent they pass with their hips. The first jammer out of the pack legally is declared lead jammer, which means they can end the jam anytime they want, before the 2 minutes are up. Sounds easy, right?
We would like to extend a huge thank you to all of our skating and non-skating officials. And the Toxic Shocks take on the Glamma Rays. Can the Shocks come out of the slime to keep the Rays out of the champs and add a win to their season? Or will the Rays blast them out of the sky?
Before we get started, we'd like to acknowledge that we are on the ancestral lands of the Muskogee people, stolen by the United States government through campaigns of coercion and genocide. It is our responsibility as beneficiaries of these atrocities to bear witness to the historic and ongoing oppression of Indigenous people and to work towards decolonization. Check out our website for some links to Indigenous-led organizations.
All right, we're gonna welcome the Glamma Rays to the track. All right, up first, 182. Number 2, Square Ruthless. Number 27, Dynamite. 2209, Cerebellum. 2883, Crash Bandicoot. 3787, Attila the Hutt. Number 46, Hellfire. 505, Jock Holiday. 613, Eleanor Roosevelt. 684, Jabberwock. 777, Monstrous Nightmare. 999, Jojo Jolt. And number 99, Agony Christie.
Let's give it up for our Glamma Rays. And oozing onto the track in green, we have our Toxic Shocks. Skater number 52, Amelia Scareheart. Number 301, Blacksville Rose. Number 011, Boba Threat. Number 6969, Sea-Force Trauma. Number 925, Gluten Talk. Number 55, Lennox Mall. Skater number 111, Mac Attack. Number 913, The Murderous Mrs. Maisel. Number 187, Nuck and Butts. Number 703, Red Scare. Number 500, Sin and Tonic. Number 1988, Surfer Rosa. Number 454, The Merchants of Menace. Number 8008, Tongue in Cheeks. Number 28, Traffic Paradise. And number 43, Trin. Assisting the team tonight on the bench will be Blackjack, Kilty, and Boulder. Let's hear it for our Toxic Shocks and the Glamma Rays. Woo! If you have any questions during the game, you'll have some Ask Me folks walking around with a sign you out with any questions you may have as to how the game is played. My name is Pizza Party.
And my name is Decker.
And let's get rolling. As we get ready to roll, a giant thank you again to our skating and non-skating officials. We couldn't do this without you. Woo! Just to for Jam 1, we have Nuck and Futz up against Twink 182 for the Glamma Rays. Twink will be your first lead jammer. Some beautiful blocking at the top of the pack by Dynamite, but Nuck and Futz is able to escape.
That was a beautiful jump by Twink 182 right before they call it off.
Jammers can pick up to 4 points on any given pass, and Twink did get the full 4 in that last jam. Merchant and Menace in green up against Monstrous Nightmare for the Glamma Rays, who does take lead jammer. Nice knockout by Square Ruthless to the Merchant of Menace, dragging her back. Quick call out from Monstrous Nightmare after picking up a couple of more points for the Glamma Rays. We sit at 8 Rays, Shocks 0.
We have McIntack up on the line for the Shocks and Jock Holiday up on the line for the Glamma Rays. Who's going to get lead?
Quick little dance around the inside for Jock Holiday to pick up lead jammer. Dynamite almost catches McIntack at the top of the pack, but Mac is able to escape. Just a heads up, we have gender-neutral bathrooms and we have emergency exits at either side of the track if they are needed at any point.
I also want to give a huge shout out to our ASL interpreters. We're really happy to have the opportunity to work with the deaf community in Atlanta thanks to our new team of ASL interpreters, Witch Bitch, Lexistential Crisis, Pink Panther, and Danny Sunflower Signs.
Nuck and Futz fighting hard at the top of the pack against Agony Christie and Attila the Hut. Slipping around the outside, Jabberwock picks up lead jammer.
But Futz is right on his tail.
Quick call off from Jabberwock before Nuck and Futz is able to pick up any points for the Shocks on that jam. Just a heads up, we also have a few food vendors outside. We have Fair on Wheels with carnival favorites, Pat's Poutine, and the greatest of all pops if you need something cold.
Twink 182 making it out as lead. Merchant of Menace still fighting to get through that pack, and she makes it through with a beautiful 360 turn.
Gorgeous apex jump by Twink 182, but they do pick up a trap cut in the process.
You know what that means? We have a power jam.
If you're unfamiliar with the Power Jam, this gives the Merchant of Menace 30 uninterrupted seconds to work with the Toxic Shocks to pick up points as the only jammer on the track.
That was some beautiful offense by Boba Threat, number 011.
Menace making the most of this Power Jam to put up 12 points so far for the Toxic Shocks. Though it does look like Twink 182 is back on the track.
Making quick work as soon as they get back in. Twink makes it through the pack. But no points were scored just yet.
And since there was a Power Jam against the lead jammer, this jam will go, I believe, the full 2 minutes.
Wow, that was a very high-scoring jam. The Toxic Shocks leave the floor with 24 points, and the Glamma Rays leave the floor with 16 points. That's a lot of points.
If you have a couple of minutes, you can also check out our courtyard vendors who have crafts and snacks available for you, as well as our own ARD merch available for sale. Mac Attack coming in hot against the monstrous Nightmare for the Glamma Rays. Nightmare picking up lead jammer though on a quick little beam dip. Penalty called on the Toxic Shocks jammer, Mac Attack. They'll be headed. Oh, this is exciting.
This is what we call a jammer swap. When both jammers get penalties at the same time, they're in and out of the box. Just
tons of action on the track for the next minute or so. Both jammers make their way through the pack, picking up 4 more points each. Beautiful tripod work by the Toxic Shocks at the back of the pack, holding Monstrous Nightmare. With that whistle, we'll see Mac Attack go to the penalty box for 30 seconds.
that means we have another power jam. This time it's for the Glamma Rays.
Some heavy offense from Dynamite there. Makes a little way for their jammer to work their way through. And with those 4 whistles, the jam will come to a conclusion. Looks like the score
if you guys happen to have any questions about gameplay, we do have some skaters carrying around Ask Me signs. Feel free to flag these people down and have them explain to you what's going on.
Jam number 8 is underway. We have the Merchant of Menace up against Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot with 2 blockers to beat at the top of the pack. And a knockout by Dynamite and Bruce to the Merchant of Menace.
Both of these walls are working so hard to keep the opposing jammer from getting through, with Menace being recycled to the back.
Huge shout out to all the blockers out there putting in the work. That took about 45 seconds before we called lead jammer. That's what we like to see.
In roller derby, we're constantly taking hard falls, and that's why I want to shout out a.k.a. and 187 Killer Pads, who are the exclusive protective gear sponsor for Atlanta Roller Derby. You can be confident that no matter what spills you take, we're here to help you get right back up. So go ahead, push harder, go faster, fly higher.
If you're having a great time and you would like to get involved, the ARD Academy is looking for you. This is a program designed to teach people all the aspects of roller derby, from skating, officiating, announcing, and cheerleading. Skating is not required to learn about officiating, announcing, or cheerleading. The Academy is designed to let anyone find their place in the derby world. Check us out on Instagram or our website to learn more.
If you're having fun tonight, don't forget to tag Atlanta Roller Derby in your social posts. We might even feature your photo. Hashtag ARD in the ATL. Twink 182 making it through for another 4 points right before he calls it off.
We'd like to give a special shout out to our Trees Atlanta friends who are in the audience today. We love you. Thank you for being here.
Monstrous Nightmare is your lead jammer for this jam. Woo, that was a quick 4 points made. Ooh, we have some jammer on jammer action in the back of the pack between Jock and Merchant of Menace. Both these walls are fighting really hard with Agony up at the top, and Menace makes it through as your lead.
And Merchant of Menace makes her way around the pack to pick up a few extra points. Taking down Jock Holiday along the way, but he is back up on his skates quickly. 4 points picked up by the Merchants of Menace on that pass. Looks like she may keep it rolling for another pass to see if she can do that again. Agony Christine knocking the Merchant of Menace out at the back of the pack. Both jammers currently caught up amongst the fray. Both our jammers have made their way out to pick up a couple more points. And with that, the Merchant of Menace calls off the jam after bringing the score to the Toxic Shocks to 46. Glamma Rays are at 68. If we have a track tape person, we have a bit of tape that needs fixing on the track. Track maintenance, we have a spot on the track if you can come and fix it, please.
Track maintenance by the announcer table. Track maintenance by the announcer table.
Shout out to track maintenance for keeping us safe. And a big thank you to our EMTs who are here at every game, just in case we need them. Hopefully we don't, but we love having their company.
It looks like we have a team timeout for the Toxic Shocks. Track maintenance again, please. Track maintenance near the announcer table.
If you want to meet the skaters in person, you can find them at the after party at Trackside Tavern, just a half-mile away from see if he can catch up and grab a few points. Beautiful blocking by Ruby Chaos, but Mac Attack is not to be stopped.
That was beautiful effort by number 100 Sicarus and Ruby Chaos.
their way through the pack. Jabberwock working their way against the Toxic Shock's wall. Mac Attack picks up 4 more points for the Toxic Shocks with 1 minute to go in this jam. Square Ruthless with an attempt at a side swipe. Well done, but Mac was able to fend it off.
Jabberwock fighting hard to get through the pack. Honestly, that's a hard pack to be behind.
Couple of more points picked up by the Toxic Shocks, and as lead jammer, Mac Attack calls off the jam, picking up 4 more points on that last pass to bring us to a 10-point spread. 66 for the Toxic Shocks, 76 Glamma Rays.
Let's give it up for the Glamma Rays. Now let me hear it for the Toxic Shocks.
Jam number 13 is starting with Twink 182 for the Glamma Rays up against the Merchant of Menace for the Toxic Shocks. This is a matchup we've seen a few times in this game so far. Both seasoned veterans on the track, but Twink 182 is able to pick up lead jammer status. With a little help from Tongue and Cheeks with some offense on the inside, the Merchant of Menace is able to make her way out.
Quick juking skills by 2.82 gets them another 4 points before calling off that jam.
We have Red Scare for the Toxic Shocks up against Monstrous Nightmare for the Glamma Rays, and the Shocks pick up lead jammer status. Boba Threat almost catches Nightmare at the top of the pack, but not quite. Looks like we may have had a penalty picked up by Red Scare in that last pass, so they'll be headed to the penalty box for 30 seconds. This gives Monstrous Nightmare the opportunity as the only jammer on the track. Cerebellum with some beautiful offense screening on the outside. And a penalty picked up for the Glamma Rays. Red Scare has returned to the track. Beautiful tripod blocking there. I can see Cigarette and Cerebellum at the back.
Seeing some beautiful defense from that tripod.
Gluten Tog and Mrs. Maisel attempt to hold Nightmare, but Nightmare was able to get by them to pick up the full 4 points.
We also have a star pass. Boba Threat is now the Toxic Shocks jammer.
Some nice tripod work by both teams to wrap up that jam.
That was a 21-point jam for the Glamma Rays. The Glamma Rays have now passed the 100-point mark.
We'd like to thank all the photographers and videographers who helped make us look so good on camera. Thank you for being here. Both teams start out with 4 on the floor for blocking components. Agony Christie knocks Mac Attack off the track, while Jock Holiday picks up lead jammer for the Glamma Rays. Jock Holiday working their way on the inside, but Trin says not today, with a little help from motorist Mrs. Maisel. Looks like we've had a successful star pass to tongue-in-cheeks with the Toxic Shocks, and a penalty picked up by the pivot for the Glamma Rays.
We are starting off the next jam with 1 blocker from each team in the box. So 3 blockers are now on the track for each team. Might give a little advantage to the jammers. Maybe, just a little. We've got Nuck and Butts and Crash Bandicoot going up against each other, with Crash Bandicoot making it through as your lead jammer for the Glamma Rays.
Nice hit by Square Ruthless at the top of the pack, but Nuck and Butts is able to evade them just long enough to get out to finish their initial pass. In a familiar face-off, we have the Merchants of Menace up against Twink 182. Twink forces their way through that tough tripod at the top of the pack to pick up lead jammer status. Oh, Ruby goes in for the hit, but Menace was able to escape.
Beautiful, beautiful work by Merchant of Menace.
Twink decides to call that one off after picking up a couple of points. But it looks like a few points were also picked up for the Toxic Shocks, bringing the score to 77 Shocks, 113 Glamma Rays. Mac Attack up against Monstrous Nightmare for the Glamma Rays. Mac Attack hitting hard against that pack at the top. Dynamite and Square Ruthless is the last 2 blockers to pass, but Mac does pick up lead jammer status. Gorgeous hit by Blaxel Rose of the Toxic Shocks to the Glamma Rays jammer.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Beautiful offense by Dominican Dynamite, number 27.
Sarah Bellum, Square Ruthless, and Dominican Dynamite making a killer tripod at the top of this pack. I would not want to go up against those 3.
And we have a star pass on the Glamma Rays. Dominican Dynamite is now your jammer for this bout, for this jam.
Dominican Dynamite is one of our many players just returning from playing at the Roller Derby World Cup in Austria. Big jam for the Toxic Shocks, bringing the score to 85 against the Glamma Rays 113 with just under 4 minutes remaining in this half. Some nice blocking by Attila the Hutt, Sycoris, and Agony Christie working hard together to build a tripod that can't be beat. Our Crash Bandicoot is our lead jammer of record. And they decide to call off the jam before points are picked up by the Toxic Shocks. Merchant of Menace is your lead jammer for the Toxic Shocks, being followed by Twink 182 out of the pack. With a quick call off on the Merchant of Menace, we'll see how many points were picked up by each team, if any.
Make sure you stick around for some halftime entertainment that can win you some free drink tickets. Must-watch derby race featuring none other than you, our beloved fans. Have you ever wanted to race around on our official track? This is your chance.
AAA and 187 Killer Pads is the exclusive protective gear sponsor for the Atlanta Roller Derby. You can be confident that no matter what spills you take, we're here to help you get right up. So go ahead, push harder, go faster, fly higher. With halftime approaching, we would just like to shout out that we have our food vendors outside and our courtyard vendors inside. You can catch food from Fair on Wheels, Pat's Poutine, or the greatest of all pops. And our courtyard vendors are Crafts and Treats, Tonka Tea, JK Blends Limited, Blue Durango Iced Tea, Odd Birds Gifts, and Beckel Nutrition. Looks like we've also got Big Ugly Cakes and 1-800-SCRAP Fabric handcrafted goods, including patches, clothes, and treats to raise money for gender-affirming surgery. So take advantage of halftime. Check out what we got going on. And we'd like to thank all of you. As part of our proceeds from today's games will go to the Trevor Project. So we appreciate the tickets that you purchase will go to support a great local cause.
That was terribly worded, but I couldn't think of
Swugo is a user-friendly event management platform that delivers outstanding registration, marketing, and event logistics. So you can focus on the most important part of every event, bringing people together.
Robert Fortney is a dedicated volunteer and supporter of Atlanta Roller Derby who just wanted to show his support through sponsorship and to get his sign. Shout out to Robert Fortney.
Not only do we have skating opportunities for adults, we also have juniors recruiting. Atlanta Junior Roller Derby trains every Saturday for 2.5 hours and will start again this August, coming up. Find AJRD on Facebook or Instagram to keep up with dates. So if you have a young one who wants to learn to skate and play, we have the perfect place for you.
Rock you. We will. Big shout out to Crisis, who is our cheerleader today. You might see her around. You might be chanting right alongside her. Say hey.
And if you're not interested in playing, but you still want to get involved, there's a perfect place for you on our team. We are always looking for Derby faithfuls to help us out with setup, teardown, security, ticketing, stats, and more.
Green requested an official review to discuss the back block called on red blocker. That penalty is being upgraded to an expulsion.
Atlanta Roller Derby stands for radical inclusivity and accessibility, and I'm going to stop talking because we're about to get back to Derby. Knuckin' butts up against Jock Holiday, who just picked up lead jammer for the Glamma Rays. Nice solo work by Blacksell Rose at the top of the pack. Helped out with excellent support by Surfer Rosa.
If any of you happen to have canned beverages, please contribute to our beer tower. It is at the very end of the track, and it is what our MVPs crash into at the end of every single bout.
Please donate your cans. They'll go to a good cause.
We would love it more than anything.
Just kidding, everybody. Looks like we may or may not be going into halftime. We'll wait for our officials to confirm this with us. We are on an official timeout.
Unlock your full potential with optimal spinal health. Corrective Chiropractic Decatur offers expert care to keep your spine aligned. Experience improved mobility, reduced discomfort, and enhanced overall wellness. Book your appointment today and enjoy a special discount on your first visit. Don't let spinal issues hold you back. Invest in your health with us.
They said one more jam of this half, I guess. The Merchant of Menace is your lead jammer for jam number 23 of this game. Up against Crash Bandicoot, who was just knocked out by C-Force Trauma. 4 points picked up by Merchant of Menace. Trin is able to knock Crash Bandicoot off the track and drag them back, while 4 points are picked up by Menace.
And we have a star pass from Crash Bandicoot to Agony Christie.
Looks like a penalty has been picked up by Agony Christie as they head their way to the box. That leaves the Merchant of Menace as the only jammer on the track with the ability to pick up points in this power jam.
That's 4 more points for the Merchant of Menace.
We also have one blocker in the box for the Glamma Rays at the moment.
Beautiful offense by Trin, number 43. We have both jammers back on the track now with Agony Christie out of the box, ready to score some points.
And with 1 second remaining, the Merchant of Menace picks up all 4 points.
That was a 32-point jam. That was a whole lot of points.
And just like that, we have a 1-point game, fans. We have 15 minutes for the teams to take an intermission. Head outside, check out the food trucks, check out our vendors and our merch and beverages available for you. We will be back in less than 15. We have just over 5 minutes until the second half of this game starts. So if you were thinking about grabbing some food, checking out some merch, this is your last opportunity. I also believe the bathroom lines are popping, so you might want to jump into it if you want to get back in time. Roll ATL is a sporting goods store in Midtown Atlanta that services and carries roller skates, inline skates, safety gear, and parts. They're more than just a skate shop. They support athletes in the minority who love their sport yet struggle to establish themselves in the existing culture and community surrounding it. Roll ATL welcomes individuals from all walks of life and promotes collaboration, community, and unique self-expression. Stop by the shop and spread some love for roller sports. Teams, we have 2 minutes left in intermission. Teams, 2 minutes remaining. If you're having a great time, we have a couple of more games this season coming up. We have August 23rd, September 20th, and September 27th. All right, roller fans, we have less than a minute remaining until the second half of this one-point game. If you have an empty can, feel free to come down and contribute it to the pyramid at the end of the track. exciting game between the Toxic Shocks and the Glamma Rays. We are 1 point apart in this game.
We've got Mac Attack and Twink 182 in the first jam after halftime. Who's gonna make it out? And it's Twink. Twink makes it out first.
Agony Christie and Dominican Dynamite at the top of the pack, a fearless duo I wouldn't want to face, but Mac Attack is able to escape. And it looks like we have a
Power Jam.
Twink 182 will sit in the box for 30 seconds while Mac Attack will be the only jammer on the track able to pick up points. You know when it gets that quiet, everybody is working hard. And a back block is called on the Toxic Shocks Mac Attack, so we will have a little jammer switcheroo. Actually, we will not. Twink 182 is now on a power jam as Mac Attack will serve 30 seconds in the box. Attack has returned to the track for the final few seconds of this jam. Twink 182 picking up the last four with a few seconds remaining to bring the score to 137 Glamma Rays, 128 Toxic Shocks. Jam underway with the Merchant of Menace up against Monstrous Nightmare. Nightmare picks up lead jammer.
Menace making it through shortly after. Agony and Rude trying to play that defense.
Nice blocking by the Toxic Shock tripod, keeping just a couple points onto the board for the Glamma Rays on that last pass. We have a 9-point difference going into jam number 3 of this second half, with Jock Holiday picking up lead jammer for the Glamma Rays against Nuckin' Futz for the Toxic Shocks.
If you're here for the Toxic Shocks, let me hear you make some noise. If you're here for the Glamma rays, let me hear you make some noise.
Picked up lead jammer for the Toxic Shocks while Crash Bandicoot is working their way through the pack. Being held by a triumvirate of blockers. Trin playing a little bit of offense. Oh, and though Rue put up a big fight at the end, Mac was able to escape. Couple of more points picked up by Mac Attack for the Toxic Shocks.
And we have a star pass with some jammer on jammer action. Look at them go. This is what happens when you're friends skating against friends.
This is where jammers also train as blockers so that they can hit each other on the track. Square Ruthless is now the jammer for the Glamma Rays after this star pass, and she picks up a few points. Mac Attack picks up 4 more on that pass and decides it is time to call off the jam. We are back to a 3-point spread for the Toxic Shocks at 144, Glamma Rays 147. Anybody's game.
I don't know about you, but I think that this is going to be a great game.
I wonder if we're going to see a lead change.
I think we will. We just might. Merchant of Minutes making it through as lead jammer, but Twinkle A2 hot on their tail.
Forming at the top of the pack, the Glamma Rays tripod, and Merchant of Minutes says this is too close for comfort. I'm gonna call this one off. No points picked up for either team on that jam. We are going into a team timeout for the Glamma Rays. This gives each team about 30 seconds or so to chit-chat, make some decisions. Scrap Atlanta is a nonprofit whose mission is to promote environmental awareness, education, and artistic expression to the greater Atlanta community through the collection and reuse of materials for arts and crafts. When we remove barriers for artists, the community can use art as a tool for healing, liberation, financial freedom, and joy. Thank you, Scrap Atlanta.
Roll ATL is a sporting goods store in Midtown Atlanta that services and carries roller skates, inline skates, safety gear, and parts. Roll ATL is more than just a skate shop. They support athletes and the minority who love their sport, yet struggle to establish themselves in the existing culture and community surrounding it. Roll ATL welcomes individuals from all walks of life and promotes collaboration, community, and unique self-expression. Stop by the shop and spread the love for roller sports.
Toxic Shocks. Monstrous Nightmare working their way through the pack as Knuckin' Futz looks to pick up points, and we have a see a tie game at this moment. Let's see what happens here, everybody.
We've got a very, very fast-moving pack.
That's right, everybody. We have a lead change. We now have 150 points for the Toxic Shocks versus the Glamma Rays, 148. I don't know about you, but I think this is going to be a battle for the next 32 seconds. We have Jock Holiday for the Glamma Rays up against the Merchant of Menace for the Shocks.
Both jammers working very, very hard to get through the opposing tripods. Menace breaking through as your lead jammer for the Toxic Shocks.
Gluten Tog says I'm getting in the way, working with Blaxel Rose and Tongue in Cheeks and Trin to stop Jock Holiday from escaping the pack. Is getting spread out towards the top, leaving Blaxel Rose to solo block. Penalty picked up and Jock Holiday is able to escape the pack. Little jammer on jammer action, we love to see it. Both jammers entering the pack at about the same time. Let's see who escapes first. Looks like Jock Holiday. Merchant of Menace calls the jam off. Extending their lead just a little bit more. The Toxic Shocks are at 162. Glamma Ray is 152 with just under 20 minutes remaining in this game. Escaping the pack, making their way around to see if they can pick up a couple of points. Beautiful knockout by Agony Christie on the outside. From the bench, Mac Attack calls that jam off.
Oh my gosh, we have a Pivot Star Old School Derby.
Old School Derby, we love it. Gives the jammers a little opportunity to pick up speed, but the track is actually not as wide at the pivot line as it is at the jam line, apparently.
Yeah, but that little bit of running space that those jammers have makes a huge difference.
Beautiful knockout by Tongue in Cheeks against Monstrous Nightmare, but both jammers are currently being dragged back as Dominican Dynamite takes Nuck and Futz to the back of the track. Looking to the outside, but again, Dynamite is able to slow them down. Whistle blown, we may have a penalty. Blaxel Rose giving a lesson on one-on-one blocking against Monstrous Nightmare at the top of the pack. Successful star pass to Tongue in Cheeks for the Toxic Shocks. And a second star pass underway to Attila the Hutt. This is going to be a 2-minute jam, Derby fans.
Both of these teams' pivots are now both of these teams' jammers. We rarely see this, but it's kind of fun when it happens.
Our pivots train just so they're ready for these opportunities to become the jammer of record.
Beautiful offense by Nuck and Fucks on the inside line for Tongue in Cheeks.
Cheeks makes their way around the track to pick up 4 more points for the Toxic Shocks. And does it again! And with that whistle blown, that is the end of a very exciting jam. Score is now 181 Toxic Shocks, 164 for the Glamma Rays.
Pete, you used to be a Toxic Shock, didn't you?
I was at one point, now I'm an old retiree. I'm in my derby days out in the grass, munching away on some,
Do you ever miss it though?
I
Would
do
you join
miss
them
it.
again if you had the chance?
Maybe. You never know. You never know. I have retired twice now, so there may be a third time.
Pete's on Skates 2026.
We've seen a few times. We have the Merchant of Menace against Jock Holiday. Jock working his way against the top of that pack. Oh, and he is able to escape as Menace comes around to see if she can pick up some points. Menace picks up all 4 and decides to call that gem off before Jock is able to pick up any for the Glamma Rays.
I tell you what, Menace is quick on those skates. You look, and then she's gone. Head-to-head jammer action. Who's going to make it to the pack first? Matt calls it off.
Nice work by both jammers, escaping the pack at almost the exact same time. Quick little high five of appreciation for each other. Remember, if you have any cans, you can bring them on down for our beautiful pyramid over there. And it doesn't have to be beer. It can be soda. It can be water. We accept all cans equally.
All cans are welcome here.
Mac Attack picks up lead jammer for the Toxic Shocks. Twink 182 is unfortunately on their way to the box to serve a 30-second penalty. This gives advantage to the Toxic Shocks to be able to pick up points. Mac decides to start the next jam with a power jam for their follow-on jammer by calling off the jam while Twink 182 is still in the penalty box.
The Rays also have a blocker in the box as well, so that's double the advantage for the Toxic Shocks.
Bud starts off with a power jam, picking up lead jammer for the Toxic Shocks. Pushing up against Monstrous Nightmare and Dominican Dynamite at the top of the pack. And a penalty is going to be called on the Toxic Shocks jammer. Looks like they may be serving two.
This will in fact be a full 2-minute jam.
This gives an advantage to Twink 182 and the Glamma Rays to be able to pick up points as the only jammer on the track. Beautiful knockout by Trin and a drag back. We have a couple of Rays in the penalty box at the moment, so that leaves them a little low on the ability to play full offense. But the ones who are on the track are working incredibly hard to help their jammer get through.
That was some seriously beautiful offense done by Monstrous Nightmare on that outside line.
Buds has returned to the track after serving their penalty, and they are able to begin picking up points again. Around the outside, to the inside. And a couple points picked up at the very end with just a few seconds remaining for the Shocks. Looks like we're going to go into an official timeout for a few seconds here. Looks like the Toxic Shocks will be starting out with 2 in the box, and the Glamma Rays have 1 blocker in the box at the moment. With that whistle, we're back at it. Merchant of Menace picks up lead jammer status. Was able to fight their way out of the pack, though, with some nice footwork.
Merchant of Menace working hard at the top of the pack.
Quick reform by the Toxic Shocks in front of Crash Bandicoot.
That's 4 points for the Shocks and 3 points for the Rays.
We're down to less than 10 minutes remaining in this game. pick of a track cut, unfortunately. Jabberwock will be reporting to the penalty box.
Leaving our Mac Attack in a power jam.
Dominican Dynamite dragging the jammer back to the back of the pack. Big hit by Mac Attack, working against Cerebellum, and Dominican Dynamite at the top of the pack. Is not to the inside.
It is a very good thing we are sponsored by a.k.a. and 187 because these spills we take are sometimes very, very hard and very, very rough.
And Mac Attack is out of the box and on their way to make on a scoring pass as Jabberwock heads their way to the penalty box for 30 seconds. I do believe this jam will need to go its entirety of the 2 minutes.
Mac Attack looking to score.
Played by Gluten Tog, Tongue in Cheeks, and Boba Threads was able to assist their jammer on picking up a couple of more points before that jam's end. Murderous Nightmare versus Knuckin' Butts, and Knuckin' Butts is able to pick up lead jammer status for the Toxic Shocks. Murderous Nightmare escapes the pack though and is working their way around the track. Monstrous Nightmare, my apologies.
Merchant of Menace making it through, but not before getting a penalty and heading to the box, leaving our very sweet Twink 182 in a power jam.
Some intense offense being played by the Glamma Rays to assist their jammer to get out of the pack. And I do believe Twink 182 was able to escape and pick up lead jammer status. We got a bit of a sun glare over here.
Merchant of Menace through the pack before anyone can even blink.
Twink 182 calls off the jam after picking up several more points for the Glamma Rays, bringing the score to, I believe, 186 Glamma Rays to 11 Toxic Shocks. Team timeout green. heads up, if you have doubleheader tickets, you still must leave the building in between games. We will let you back in quickly, but we need to make sure everyone is out first so security has an easier job with bout 2. So just a heads up, you'll have to leave for just a few minutes, but then you'll be able to come right back in.
You'll be able to come right back in to watch the Blackwater Reapers, also known as the team I'm on, versus the Apocalyptic, also known as the team I used to be on.
We have 4 minutes remaining in this game, and Nothing Butts picks up lead jammer. Fierce fighting by the Glamma Rays, but Nothing Butts does pick up all 4 points on that pass as she makes her way through the pack.
And we have a star pass to Square Ruthless number 2, who is now the jammer for the Glamma Rays.
And with that tweet, it looks like the Glamma Rays lose 1 blocker to the penalty box.
Square Ruthless wiping out, getting up and just laughing about it, because at the end of the day, the sport is just for funsies.
Nothing Butts passes by on the outside to pick up 4 points for the Toxic Shocks as the Glamma Rays blocker returns from the penalty box. Nice knockout from the Glamma Rays Agony Christie. We're gonna start this next jam on a power jam for the Toxic Shocks, and I'm gonna get up to see what the score is. Oh, and the score for this next jam with less than 2 minutes remaining is 235 for the Toxic Shocks, 192 for the Glamma Rays. And just like that, the next jam is underway.
Are we gonna have a quick little jammer swap?
Jammer swap going into
Maybe.
what may or may not be the last jam. We might have one more after this. Oh wait, no. This jam will go 2 minutes, so I do believe this is gonna be the final jam. Glamma Rays working hard together to escape their jammer from luck. And with that call off, we will have, I do believe, a final jam to wrap up this game.
Let's make some let's make some noise for these teams who are working so hard out there on the track.
And just like that, we have our boxing has a fierce component of blockers to fight against. Mac Attack is able to escape. Coming in around the outside, just being on the safe side, gets knocked out and is dragged to the back of the pack. We have quite the battle going on at the top of the pack between 182 does succeed and is able to pick up all points. Beautiful work done by both teams, blockers and jammers alike. We're gonna wait just a few seconds for that score to become official, so hold your high fives. Ba, 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 ba. We need to know the MVPs if you can run over and ask about that. If you'd like to high-five both of our hard-working teams, make your way on down to the track. And the final score is in 239 Toxic Shocks, Glamma is 204. A huge congratulations to both teams for working their hearts out there. Let's get some of these high fives going. First to wheel their way around the track are our Toxic Shocks. Oh no, it's broken. So raise to Shocks, these go to the Shocks. One, two, all right, teams, we're gonna come grab your MVPs.